Well, greetings everybody. I'm sorry for the delayed absence here. So let me take care of a little business first of all. And the winter, we haven't had much of a winter. The winner of the Hobo book is, I gotta look on my screen again, is Edward Byers. So congratulations. The hell's wrong with me tonight? Congratulations, Edward. Send me your shipping details to George at jumpingoffthecliff.com and I'll get this headed your way. It's a fascinating read. It's very different from many hobo books that I've read in the past. So it's a little different format and kind of jumps around a little bit, but all in all, it kind of hit home, I think. So I've been wanting to catch up, but I have to tell you, life has a way of getting in the way of those things and prioritizing things for you. So a few weeks ago, I guess it was actually in December, just before Christmas, Terry had had the heart issues and they'd kind of gotten those straightened out, they thought, but there was one aspect that was not coming around, and that was she had anemia. And so they convinced her to get a colonoscopy and see if she had some internal bleeding. So they did the endoscopy, you know, the throat and everything, and then the colonoscopy. And this was, like I say, the week right before Christmas. And so she told me if it was bad news, she didn't want to know it. So the doctor that did the colonoscopy knew not to tell Terry anything, and of course you come out of anesthesia, they don't usually talk to you right away anyway. So she came to me and she said, I can't complete the colonoscopy. She has a cancerous mass that is basically blocking her colon. I kept this a secret, you know. She asked me, well, what did the doctor say, anything much? And I said, yeah, you know, they've got a couple things they want to check out just in case, you know. Well, anyway, long story short, you know, after Christmas, I told her what was going on. They scheduled a bunch of scans, and luckily for Terry, even though this thing had gone through the layers of the colon and was very large by colon tumor standards, it hadn't spread beyond there. There was no distant metastases showing up on her scan. So that was, you know, about as good a news as you're going to get at this point. So they got her in for surgery a week or so ago and removed that tumor, and she's recovering now. After an intermediate stay in the hospital because of low blood and, you know, all these things that happen when you've got these issues, they manifest themselves in other ways, and she damn near died from not having enough blood or potassium, either one. So anyway, they got her fixed up, took a couple days, you know, some transfusions and a bunch of IV potassium, and she got her strength back. And then it came the day for the surgery. We got in there and her potassium's too low, her blood sugar's too high, all this crap, you know. Anyway, they worked their miracles and managed to get everything stabilized well enough to let her go through the surgery, because she was heartbroken at that point. She was miserable. Hadn't, you know, anytime you have colon stuff done, and I know many of you have been through it and probably been through the operations and everything else, because it's very common nowadays. So anyway, they operated, they did get her in, operated. She got out of the hospital a day early. She was in there like 4 days. A little sore, you know. She's got a lot of things, a lot of medicine she has to take and things to take care of. But in the end, perhaps she has a little of my luck. So, you know, fingers crossed, knock on wood, she'll recover some strength and be fine here, and, you know, stretch things out as long as she's meant to. So Anyway, obviously she depends on me for help, so I'm not going anywhere in the very near future. However, if things work out, I'm going to let the winter roll by here, and I will hopefully be able to hit the road. If it works out, great. Fingers crossed that it will. In the meantime, make sure and enter the drawing for Beth Ann Keats and Kenneth Springer's book on the Norfolk Southern. Enter the drawing. The information and link is in the description below. And I will start getting some video content back out. So I'm going to do a combination of things. I'm going to look at some new hop out spots, and I'm going to get some rail fanning in, and maybe some safety video kind of things. Just something to, kind of keep rolling and enjoy the railroads just a bit, as much as I can anyway, if I'm not riding. So anyway, here's hoping that life is treating you all well, and next video maybe we'll be on the rails again. Anyway, take care, everybody.